Hello. Okay, so everybody, you look at the chat. Inside the chat there is last year's seminar notes. You can download the last year's seminar notes to get the full notes for your Form 5. Your Form 5 midterm, which is chapter 1 and chapter 2 notes. Okay, so this is some tips for you so that you can achieve success in your exam. Okay, your SPM paper, you have paper 1 and paper 2. Most likely, you all will have your full paper starting midterm trial, and also your actual SPM will based on the actual SPM format, which is you got kertas 1 and kertas 2. Kertas 1, you have 40 question. Okay, nothing special. 40 question, 1 hour. The scoring technique is dichotomous. Dichotomous is specifically you choose the best answer. Choose the best answer. And then kertas 2 basically is split to bahagian A and bahagian B. Bahagian A, we got structural question, and bahagian B, we have essay question. The structural question, you can just answer straight to the point. Straight to the point. So you do not need to be very, what we call, don't need full sentence also, it's okay. As long as teacher understand what you're writing, you will get your marks. Yeah, that is structural. And then as you all can see here, the kaedah scoring is analytic. Analytic means point based. It will be point based. Okay. It will be point based. Analytic. The holistic only applicable for the K-BAT question in essay. The K-BAT question in essay. Okay. So your essay question basically will have something like this, which is A and B will be the fakta. And then C will be the like a petikan. Later I'll show you how to do it. The petikan. So the petikan, you can use the holistic. But then for AB, you can use the analytic. Okay. Okay, so go back to your notes. As you all can see from the notes. Okay. So bahagian A is structural, 4 questions. Bahagian B, there's 5 essay. You choose to do 3. You choose to do 3. Okay. But then in the actual SPM, you can do 5. Teacher will, the marker still will mark all 5, and then the highest 3 will be your final marks. Yeah, but then in your school exam, your teacher only going to mark the first 3. Most of the teachers only mark the first 3 only. So can. So it is important to basically study and then remember the main points. Okay. Dichotomous means dichotomous means you compare the best 2 answer and you choose the best. It's called dualism. Dualism. Okay. Okay, so I push up. So this one is a checklist. These notes only got checklist, but then don't have the notes. The issue with this checklist is got checklist but no notes. But student, they need the notes for exam. If you use the buku text, you pening. Okay, so from the chat itself, you will get the full notes. Okay, so here I show you. So the checklist, like for example, the very first you have to make sure that you know how to do it. Do the maksud. Maksud kedaulatan. So I show you. So the last year notes, you will have something like this. You can download from the chat. The PDF I already put in. Okay, so this is the maksud kedaulatan. Maksud kedaulatan. So you just need to mention apakah itu kedaulatan, kuasa tertinggi, kewibawaan, dan hak pemerintahan dan pentadbiran negara bebas. Okay, so basically kuasa tertinggi, kewibawaan, dan hak pemerintahan negara bebas dalam pemerintahan dan pentadbiran. So we can choose whatever way to run our country. So we no longer under British or being colonized by Srivijaya or being Naungan China. No. So we can have the freedom. We have the highest power. We have the capability, and we have our rights as a free nation to administer and to govern our country. Okay. So this idea, sovereignty or kedaulatan, this idea actually come from the West. Come from the West. Okay. And the Western ideology come from the ancient Greek. Greek in BM is Unani, Greek. So the Greek word is called super anus. Super anus. Super anus is also called super asshole. Okay. So in English, it's called individualism. Individualism. That's why the Western parents, they don't spank their kids because they are protecting so-called super anus. So they respect their child as a unique individual. Unique individual. So they will have their own room, and then parents will respect them, and then talk to them and try to convince them, and try to win them over. But of course, that is not the case in Asia lah. We are Asian kids different. So if you try to be the asshole in your family, you will be you're gonna you're gonna. So that's why Asian, you are expected to follow tradition, to basically to play along. Okay, that is a very different expectation lah. And then English is called sovereignty, Arab is called Daulah, and then Bahasa Melayu is called Daulat. Okay, which carry different meaning. So Bahasa Yunani is called superness or super anus. Super anus means supreme and highest as a free and independent country. Okay, that's the reason why English educated people will say that you are such an asshole. When you doesn't play along, they will say you are such an asshole. Asshole means doesn't play along. Tertinggi. Okay, it's a Western influence. Western ideology, Western influence. Okay, so bahasa English is sovereignty, means we have the full power to run our country. Okay, and then bahasa Arab is Daulah, means the government have the power to decide how to govern the country, and Daulat means the same. Okay, so basically this sovereignty is started by the Greek. That's why you start with the Aristotle, means the highest power of the country, but then you have to follow the law. The law is created by the people in Dewan Perhimpunan. In Dewan Perhimpunan. So the government cannot simply do things, and you have to refer back to the rakyat. It's the rakyat make decision, not the king. That is called super illness. So you are allowed to be asshole. You're allowed to have your own thinking. Because unique individual. So it's a very different thinking from the kingdom thinking. Kingdom thinking is everybody have to bow. Everybody have to bow to the king. Okay. So Asian, we are more on. You can see this one. So we have an Asian guy here called Ibn Khaldun. Okay. Ibn Khaldun is a Habibi. Islam. Arab. So he actually tell you that the strength of the country come from togetherness, semangat kekitaan, and also religion. So everybody have to sacrifice themselves for the common goal. For the common goal. So you can see that Basil, the very big difference. Asian and also the Western. Very different thinking. Okay, and then we got Juan Bodin. Juan Bodin is the French, a French philosopher. He say sovereignty is the country's highest power, and it's forever. It's forever, and then it's unlimited power. Unlimited power to make law, to define law, and to execute law. Meaning we cannot question. The government have the highest power, and it's forever. It's unlimited to make law, to define law, and to execute. Okay, that is Juan Bodin, the French. Okay, and then we have this one called Tunku Abdraman. Tunku Abdraman say sovereignty come from the freedom, freedom to make decision, and also justice. When you have the freedom to make decision, you must make sure that you are fair. Must be fair, or else you will lose your freedom, you will lose your sovereignty. And then memperjuangkan kebajikan, you must use the sovereignty, the power, to fight for the wellness and the welfare of the people. Muhammad Saleh, he's an ex chief judge, so he view things from a very legal way. He say that sovereignty is any independent country, a basic thing that independent country possess. It is an international freedom to manage domestic matters without foreign intervention. Telunjuk asing is foreign intervention. This is jari telunjuk. Your index finger in BM is called telunjuk, jari telunjuk. Telunjuk means finger pointing. Okay, you can make decision without the fear of, finger pointing. Just like Donald Trump like that. When Donald Trump want to do this, he just do. He don't care how people look at him. That is sovereignty. Okay, tanpa telunjuk asing. Okay, foreign intervention. Okay, so this one done. So now you can go behind, which is the latihan. So we can try this one. So this one is page 12. Right, you look at page 12. So this type of question is called structural question. Structural question, and this is essay question. Structural question, there is no 8 marks. Structural question got no 8 marks. Maximum 4. Got 2, got 3, got 4. Yeah. So this is essay. So exam ask you apakah maksud kedaulatan. So you remember loh. Kedaulatan iaitu, you say kedaulatan ialah kuasa tertinggi. Yeah. It is a kuasa tertinggi. Kewibawaan dan hak negara bebas dalam pemerintahan dan pentadbiran negara. Okay. So jelaskan tarif kedaulatan. Maksud kedaulatan lapang maka. So lapang maka you can give bahasa. I can use bahasa. So dalam bahasa Yunani, kedaulatan ialah super anus. So apakah super anus bermaksud agung? Agung means supreme. Supreme or tertinggi. Negara bebas merdeka. So dalam bahasa English, kedaulatan ialah sovereignty. Bermaksud kuasa penuh negara terhadap pemerintahan. Okay, so this is our country. We can choose to do whatever we want. Whatever we want. So exam, you just write like this, you'll be okay. So your exam, how they give marks. So tarif kedaulatan. So bahasa Yunani, super anus, kuasa tertinggi. Bahasa English ialah sovereignty, kuasa penuh. Bahasa Arab, daulah bermaksud dalam bahasa Melayu, daulat means kuasa, pemerintahan, negara. Oh, good Okay, then later you need to do the Aristotle. The next page there is Aristotle. You wait, I copy up the. So exam they ask you konsep kedaulatan menurut pandangan Aristotle. And then you just write lor. Straight away you can say kedaulatan ialah kuasa tertinggi. pemerintahan negara, kerajaan terikat undang. And then another person, wait, I do this. Dan Tunku Abdurrahman say kedaulatan berdasarkan kebebasan dan keadilan untuk memperjuangkan kebajikan dan kesejahteraan. So what Tunku Abdurrahman trying to do is to preserve sovereignty. Because if there's no freedom, you lose your freedom, you lose your sovereignty. If injustice, you also lose your sovereignty. If you use sovereignty to make yourself richer, make yourself boom boom pow, while the rakyat kukubat, you also lose your sovereignty because the people will rebel against you. So if you abuse your power, you will go longkang. That is what basically Tunku Abdurrahman trying to say. Kedaulatan berdasarkan kebebasan dan keadilan untuk memperjuangkan kebajikan dan kesejahteraan rakyat. That will automatically carry 2 marks. Okay. So Ibn Khaldun, because Asian, we are not Western. Western, they emphasize on individualism. For here, we emphasize on tradition, and we expect you to play along. So Ibn Khaldun, you straight away can say, daulat ialah kekuatan negara. Okay, kekuatan negara berasaskan semangat kekitaan. We versus them. Also known as racism. Asian is memang racism. Individualism, opposite is racism. Nothing wrong with racism. Racism means family lah. This question is dichotomous, right? Dichotomous? No, this is analytic. You must put in the points up. Like kekuatan negara berasaskan semangat kekitaan. Kekuatan negara berasaskan semangat kekitaan. There are specific keyword lah. You need to memorize. Dan semangat keagamaan. And then people rela berkorban. Serta bangsa. You know what is bangsa? Kumpulan rakyat. The people rela berkorban demi cita bersama. Willing to sacrifice for the common goal. Willing sacrifice for the common goal. Okay, and then we got this one called Muhammad Saleh. Once you see Muhammad Saleh, he's an ex-chief judge. So what he emphasized will be, you can say, Muhammad Saleh, daulat ialah asas negara merdeka dengan kebebasan antarabangsa untuk mengaturkan urusan dalam negeri tanpa telunjuk asing. That's the definition. So exam, the marks will give award according to points. According to points. Kekuatan negara berasaskan semangat kekitaan and keagamaan, bangsa rela berkorban demi cita bersama. And then daulat ialah asas negara merdeka. Basic independent country will have one daulat. Iaitu kebebasan antarabangsa mengatur urusan dalam negara tanpa telunjuk asing. Okay, so automatically you score full marks. Okay. So we just settle the maksud and also pandangan tokoh. Chapter 1 very important. This time sure a lot of chapter 1 come on. Okay, so this is some example how you answer in your SPM. Okay, so if you go back to the checklist, you go back to the checklist, the next part will be jenis kedaulatan. Jenis kedaulatan. So Malaysia, kita ada, when talk about jenis kedaulatan, kita ada dua jenis. Kita ada traditional, which is we are Asian, traditional. And then we have the Western one called modern. Modern is so-called equality. Okay, traditional is inequality. So Malaysia got what is not equal. Anything is higher than rakyat. Got ada empat. Raja, Islam, bahasa Melayu, and kedudukan istimewa Melayu. Malay special rights. So what is equal? Kita ada persekutuan. Persekutuan is talking about 13 state. 13 state equal. Okay, what else is equal? We got the sorry. This one I mix up already. We got traditional. Oh, sorry. I mix up with the Shi traditional. I cut off this one. You just say system Raja. Then this one is the negara bangsa. I mix up with the perlembagaan. The ciri-ciri traditional dan ciri-ciri modern perlembagaan. That is in detail. This one is just on surface. So kingdom basically have kuasa mutlak. So diperkukuh, taat setia rakyat. The people will follow. And then negara bangsa is based on wujud selepas revolusi England and Perancis, where we have hak rakyat dan perlembagaan. You all know what is negara bangsa? This one is English is called kingdom. This one English is called nation. Kingdom is the king make the law. Nation is the national make the law. So the king make undang, the rakyat make perlembagaan. That's why the word perlembagaan come from the word lembaga. lembaga. Lembaga is group of people. Lembaga is group of people. Okay, and those people, they are elected in the election to represent the rakyat to make law. So Malaysia is, we got both traditional and modern. Okay, so I show you. We go back to this one first. Go back to the checklist. Okay, go back to the checklist. So jenis kedaulatan negara. Kita ada kedaulatan tradisional, kedaulatan modern, kedaulatan undang, kedaulatan antarabangsa. Okay, so when you talk about kedaulatan as traditional, you're talking about kuasa mutlak. The king have absolute power. You know what is absolute power? Absolute power means whatever the king say is right. Okay, kuasa mutlak dan tertinggi Raja Melayu diperkukuh taat setia rakyat. So as rakyat, we will just follow whatever the king say. So from today onwards, you want to make your daddy happy, whatever your daddy say, you just follow. Until your daddy like, wow, what happened to you? Why suddenly you so obedient? And anything I say, you obey. Then you tell your daddy, because you are my dad. If I don't follow you, who else? Wow, your dad would be like, wow, okay? But trust me, your dad wouldn't abuse the sovereignty, wouldn't abuse the power, because it's hard to come by. Nowadays, kids watch YouTube, influenced by the Western ideology. So they are no longer that, that traditional anymore. Yeah. So traditional means the king have the highest power and the absolute power, where the people will be total loyalty. Okay. So what is kedaulatan modern? Kedaulatan modern is negara bangsa lor. Negara bangsa, you can see this one. So what is kedaulatan traditional? Kuasa mutlak segala urusan negara pada kedaulatan Raja Melayu. They have the kuasa kewibawaan, kuasa tertinggi Raja diperkukuh taat setia rakyat. The people choose to follow whatever the king say. Then kedaulatan modern exists after the revolution. Revolution means they get rid of their king. The revolusi England dan Perancis. And then they establish the rights, individual rights, the people's rights, and then they make constitution. Constitution is a set of law created by the people for the people. Created by the people for the people. And then what happened will be the nationalism. Nationalism means you are very proud to be the people of the country. You decided to build a nation that belongs to the people. Nationalism. So how you build a nation? Same race. We are same group of people. We speak the same language. Like the Germans, they wipe out all the indigenous languages. Those small languages, they wipe out, force everybody to speak German, to build Germany, to form Germany. Negara bangsa. Negara is country. Bangsa means group of people. The country belongs to the group of people. Okay, dekat atas is kerajaan, the kingdom. Kingdom. Traditional is kingdom. Modern is called nation. Then kedaulatan negara kita berasaskan PTM. PTM 1957. Then later Malaysia 1963. That's kedaulatan Malaysia. Okay. So go back to this one. So kedaulatan modern ialah negara bangsa wujud selepas revolusi England, Perancis. Kita ada hak rakyat dan perlembagaan. Okay. So now we can try the question behind. Okay, we can do one more first. So a sovereign country will definitely have pemerintahan, sempadan, perundangan, dan rakyat. Okay, so must have these four things. But then you must able to jelaskan. elaborate further. You must be able to elaborate further. And then you must actually explain Malaysia mengamalkan Raja Berperlembagaan and Demokrasi Berparlimen. You must be able to huraikan. Okay, so now you look at this one. Kedaulatan undang means everybody have to follow law. So law gives us these 5 things, 5 function. Keadilan, kehidupan bermasyarakat, aman, stabil, makmur. Badan Kehakiman is the body that makes sure everybody follow law. That's why you go against law, the police will give you a summon. Summon come from an English word called summon. The judge summon to see you. So if you don't want to see the judge, you can pay money. The summon RM300 you bayar is considered settled. But if you tak bayar, you have to jumpa dengan hakim. Then hakim, you need to explain to hakim why you didn't pay. If the reason accepted, the hakim can strike off the summon. You no need to pay anything. But then if the reason is not accepted, you will be paying 1,000. Failing of doing so, jailment. You kena jail. So kita ada international sovereignty, kedaulatan antarabangsa, recognized by United Nations, cannot by intrude by other country. We sign a declaration, Deklarasi PBB 1977. Okay, Deklarasi PBB 1977. Prove that Malaysia is a free country, independent and sovereign country. Okay, so we must explain Raja Berperlembagaan and Demokrasi Berparlimen. Malaysia is constitutional monarchy. Means we still have the king. We still have the king in Malaysia. They are with power. They are with power. Don't play. So we got 3 different level of king. The national king is called Agong. Agong in English is called supreme. Supreme. Our supreme leader is Agong. And then each individual state will have king. It's called Institusi Raja Negeri. Institusi Raja Negeri. Okay. And then we got the 9 Malay king come together. It's called Majlis Raja. So we got 3 different level of king. 3 different level. National, state, and 9 of them come together. 9 of them come together. Then Demokrasi Berparlimen. Malaysia is not democracy. We are Demokrasi Berparlimen. Berparlimen. Remember, parliament got 3 sound, got 3 component. Who is your papa? Agong. Okay, Agong control 1/3. Okay, parliament. Okay, the who is the man? We all men join the what we call Dewan Rakyat. Dewan Rakyat. Okay, the Li is called the Dewan Negara. Dewan Negara is chosen by Agong. More than 2/3 of the members is chosen by Agong. So you can say Agong control 2/3 of parliament. Rakyat only control 1/3. Even we choose our representative through the election, you only sit in Dewan Rakyat. Only sit in Dewan Rakyat. But then Dewan Negara and Agong is considered 2/3 of parliament. You learn about that in the later chapter. Parliament ada 3 component. So Malaysia is Demokrasi Berparlimen and Raja Berperlembagaan. Okay, so I push up. So a country with sovereignty will have their own governance. Pemerintah berdaulat. Make sure kestabilan, keamanan, pertahanan dan ekonomi. So Malaysia basically is a persekutuan, which is 13 state. 13 state, Raja Berperlembagaan and Demokrasi Berparlimen. So our supreme leader is Agong. Our leader of the government is Prime Minister, Perdana Menteri, Prime Minister, and then there is a group of ministers helping him. We also call them as cabinet. You can call them cabinet, you can call them Jemaah Menteri. The word Jemaah means a group of. Jemaah means a group of. A group of minister. One group of minister. Jemaah Menteri. So when you go to school, you see a group of teacher, you can say Jemaah Guru. A group of student, Jemaah Pelajar. Okay, Jemaah Menteri means a group of minister helping the prime minister to run the country. And then sovereign country will have borders, sempadan. Sempadan is borders. Apakah itu sempadan? Garis pemisah negeri dan negara. Kita ada darat, air, dan udara. Kita ada sempadan air, darat, dan udara. Which is diakui PBB. PBB is United Nations. For your information, is United Nations. So exam they ask you why we have sempadan. Memudahkan pemerintahan, pentadbiran, pertahanan, dan pembangunan. A sovereign country will have their own law, own set of law, which is peraturan negara untuk ketenteraman, keadilan, dan melindungi rakyat. So Undang Negara Malaysia is berasaskan perlembagaan. Parliament will be in charge to make law. So Parliament membuat undang. Membuat undang or menggubah undang. Okay, so the rest I push up. Okay, then kita ada mempunyai rakyat loh. A sovereign country will have their own people. What is rakyat? Penduduk negara. Terikat undang. So as long as you are Malaysian, you have to follow Malaysia law. What is rakyat? Rakyat is penduduk negara terikat undang. Okay, penduduk negara terikat undang. You write like this 2 marks really. Terikat undang pemerintah. And then rakyat pelbagai kaum, agama, dan adat. Malaysia is multiracial, multi-religion, multi-tradition. So we unify them using one language, one culture, one principle, national principle, rukun negara, and one identity. Pasukan. That's how we unite them. We unite them. Okay. So now go back to the checklist. You go back to your checklist. Now you're able to explain. So kita ada kedaulatan tradisional, kedaulatan modern, kedaulatan undang, dan kedaulatan antarabangsa. So a country with sovereignty must have pemerintahan, sempadan, perundangan, dan rakyat. Plus, what is raja berperlembagaan dan demokrasi berparlimen? So you go to the practice behind. You get question like this. Nyatakan jenis kedaulatan negara. 4 markah. Nyatakan. So you can say, kita ada kedaulatan. So you can go to page 14. This is page 14. Kedaulatan tradisional ialah kuasa mutlak pemerintahan segala urusan pada Raja Melayu yang diperkukuh ketaatan taat setia rakyat. The people will follow the king wholeheartedly. without question, wholeheartedly. So apakah itu kedaulatan modern? So kedaulatan modern ialah kemunculan negara bangsa selepas revolusi means revolt lah. Revolusi England stroke Perancis. Okay, so dikaitkan hak rakyat dan perlembagaan. And then nationalist. Nationalist. Nationalism. Okay. So bentuk kedaulatan diamalkan oleh sesebuah negara. So just now mentioned traditional and these two already mentioned. So can be the answer. Then can say plus kedaulatan undang. Bermasyarakat, keamanan, stabil, dan makmur. Dan badan kehakiman, melaksanakan kedaulatan undang. So that people will follow law. Like your daddy follow law is because fear of the judge. Because the judge is very powerful. Judge can actually send your daddy to jail. Send anybody that disobey law to jail. So that's why, badan kehakiman melaksanakan kedaulatan undang. Kedaulatan undang means kuasa tertinggi undang. And then we got kedaulatan antarabangsa. Pengiktirafan PBB yang tidak boleh dicabuli sebagai negara bebas, merdeka, dan berdaulat. Okay. So PBB 1970, deklarasi PBB 1970 mengesahkan persamaan kedaulatan undang. So your teacher give you marks like this, the moment you write traditional, modern, daulat, antarabangsa, you get 4 marks already. So you say kuasa mutlak, segala urusan Raja Melayu diperkukuhkan taat setia, negara bangsa selepas revolusi, dikaitkan rakyat perlembagaan, so nationalism guna persamaan bangsa, bahasa berbentuk negara bangsa. Dan kedaulatan undang, rakyat, kerajaan rakyat terikat undang, menjamin keadilan, kehidupan bermasyarakat, keamanan, kestabilan, kemakmuran. Dan badan kehakiman melaksanakan kedaulatan undang. The hakim will make sure everybody follow. Dan kedaulatan antarabangsa is periktirafan PBB, tidak boleh dicabuli negara lain. Sebagai negara bebas merdeka berdaulat, deklarasi verify that we have equal sovereignty. We have equal sovereignty. There is no difference between Malaysia and United States. Okay, it doesn't mean that United States have more military power than United States is more powerful than Malaysia or higher ranking than Malaysia. No, we have equal sovereignty. Equal sovereignty. Okay, US control their country. We control our country. Okay, Deklarasi PBB 1970 verify that we have equal kedaulatan undang. Okay. Okay, so I push up. Okay, after settle this one, then we can go down to the pemerintahan, all those, which is you look at page 15. Page 15. Okay, already. Okay, so next is pemerintahan. 2 marks, 4 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. So apakah itu negara berdaulat mesti ada pemerintahan? So you can say pemerintahan berdaulat, jaga kestabilan, keamanan, pertahanan, dan ekonomi. So Malaysia ialah persekutuan. We are a 13 state Persekutuan Raja Perlembagaan dan demokrasi berparlimen. Seketua negara ialah agung dan ketua kerajaan ialah Perdana Menteri. Dibantu jemaah menteri. So you write like that. Okay, see exam is like that one. You write correct point, you get 1 mark. You write wrong, no minus one. Okay, so this one you must know. Okay. So like for example, you look at this guy. This guy score 100 marks 2022. Very common in my class, got a lot of 100 marks in. Okay. So when you score 100 marks, you show me your paper, I'll look at you, I'll smile. You also will smile because I know your secret. I know your secret. Your secret is you write more than what is expected. Like for example, you look at this guy, 2 marks only mah. Nama kan Perang Dunia Pertama. Nama kan negara mengangkutai kuasa tengah dan pakatan bertiga. So this guy just write German, Uthmania, Hungary. So end up the German, Uthmania get marks. Hungary no marks. Because it's Austria-Hungary. But then no minus mark. Then pakatan bertiga got no Britain, got Serbia, got Perancis, got Russia. Got Perancis, Russia, and Serbia. No Britain, no America syarikat. So teacher give maximum 2 like that. It's very common. And then you can see. So that's why I encourage you all to write straight to the point. Yeah, you can see it's straight to the point. No BS. Straight to the point. Then after that, 2 marks, you give maybe like 10, 5, 6 points. For this student, I think this guy at least give 6 3 times the point required. That's why he can score 100. He can score 100. Okay. The correct marks got the correct points got marks. The wrong points got no deduction. So I'm at page 15. Page 15. So if any question you can ask. So apakah itu sempadan? So sempadan itu garis. You must say sempadan ialah garis pemisah negeri stroke negara. Ada darat stroke air, udara yang memudahkan pentadbiran pemerintahan, pembangunan, pertahanan, dan exam can write short form. Exam can write short form as long as the short form exists in a textbook. Like PBB. PBB is United Nations. Okay, dan apakah itu perundangan? It's peraturan negara. Our undang berdasarkan perlembagaan. Parlimen membuat undang. So exam, teacher give you marks, teacher give like that. Peraturan negara memelihara keadilan berdasarkan parlimen membuat undang. So sepadanlah garis pemisah negara, darat air negeri yang memudahkan pemerintahan, pembangunan, pertahanan, sempadan diakui PBB. Okay, then rakyat. Apakah itu rakyat? Just now we learn, no? Yaitu penduduk. Penduduk negara terikat undang pemerintah. Okay, like that 2 marks already. So you can say rakyat, pelbagai kaum, adat, agama, disatukan with the 5 things, oh. Disatukan bahasa, disatukan satu dengan satu bahasa kebangsaan, budaya, sukan, rukun negara, dan rukun negara dan identity. Identity national means same logo, flag, dan satu identity nasional. Okay, so I push up. So they talk about Raja Perlembagaan Demokrasi Berparlimen. This one, leave it. You can cover on your own. This one. You can say Majelis Raja-Raja Melayu. And then Demokrasi Berparlimen. You must be able to explain, democracy. Demokrasi melalui perwakilan proses pilihan raya. Okay, so now we go into the next part, which is the talking about kepentingan kedaulatan. Why is it important to govern our country ourselves? Why not let British run our country? Why you must be an asshole? Why you must take back the control? Why don't you let other people run your life? It is because if other people run your life, it is always benefit that person, not benefit you, but benefit the other person that control you. You get what I mean? That's why you must learn how to speak up. You must learn how to negotiate. You must learn how to speak up. It's important. Okay. So here they tell you the checklist. You go back to the checklist. Here they tell you the importance of sovereignty. So effective in governance, economy prosper, the people wellness, they are very happy. They're very like kesejahteraan. And then we can choose our friend, hubungan law. You can choose our friend. Like for example, now we take back our country. Now British, they cannot get oil, but then Malaysia, we can get oil because Iran is our friend. So we can get oil. While US and its ally all cannot get oil. So the benefit of sovereignty is we can choose our friend. Hubungan law. Okay. So now refer to this one. Number one, you can see kebebasan pentadbiran. So we have the freedom. Kebebasan pentadbiran tanpa campur tangan law melalui jemaah menteri. You can straight away combine these 2 points. So kerjasama persekutuan dash negeri melalui pengagihan kuasa, power distribution, diperkukuhkan undang persekutuan. And then kemakmuran ekonomi. We can dasar kemakmuran ekonomi, meningkatkan taraf hidup, increase our living quality so that we can have better life. So melalui pembangunan. You can say melalui pembangunan pertanian, perindustrian, dan perdagangan. So that everybody can have better life. If Malaysia currently is colonized by British, our situation will be like Iran like that, Iranian. Last time when British control Iran, control 100% of their oil, they only give 16%. They only give 16% of their oil income to the people, while the British capitalists take 84%. That's why their life no good. And then in the 1950s, the Iranian, they voted a president, a democratic president into power because the democratic president promised the Iranian that he will actually nationalize the petroleum and make sure Iranian petroleum is only for Iranian. That's why he win the election. And he seriously implement that policy. That's why Britain together with United States, they topple the president, and then end up the president got jailed under the crime treason, saying that he betrayed Iran. And then the petroleum sector take over by Britain and also Americans. They install a puppet king, the Shah, called the Shah King, the puppet king. Then after Iran became a police state. Then after what happened? The Islamic teacher started the revolution, Iranian Revolution 1979. Then topple forced the king to leave. And then the United States kena sanction. Iranian kena sanction maximum 50 years really. Yeah, so you can see when we control our own country, we can use the resources to improve the people's life. But Malaysia is third world country. We are not that extreme. We third world country. We still basically we also nationalize our petroleum. Not to say that we didn't nationalize. We also nationalize our petroleum. That's why we got Petronas. But then we go for the neutrality. Meaning not extremist. We nationalize, but then we still trade petroleum in USD. But then the other side, no. They are very extreme. They don't want the zero US. So they fight with US almost 50 years. Now the war started. The whole world gonna. Okay, then next is we can have our own social policy. Once we have our own sovereignty, we can have our own social policy. And then we can emphasize on our education to create knowledgeable and skillful new generation, especially the Malays. Especially Malays. Because last time Malay, they don't allow Malay to go to English school. They don't allow. So Malay can only study in Malay school, which is Sekolah Rendah Sahaja. So because they scared, the king scared Malay people get influenced by Western thinking. So that's why only restrict at the Sekolah Rendah. But now we get back our sovereignty without worry. We can actually give full education. And then we use bahasa kebangsaan, kebudayaan, sukan, dan rukun negara to create the mohibah, friendly and build trust between the races. You must remember, the moment Malaysia get back sovereignty, it's no longer under British. British basically follow the super anus way. Follow the super anus way. But then for now, it's no longer British. Now it's Malay. To be specific, Malay Muslim. Okay, they will go for semangat kekitaan. Semangat kekitaan, semangat beragama. Okay, so to create so-called a strong country. Okay, cool. So that's why we can do this. Bahasa kebangsaan, kebudayaan, dan sukan dan rukun negara. Memupuk mohibah dan perpaduan. Okay, rakyat berbilang kaum. Then this one is we can choose our own friend, which is kecemaran hubungan luar. We can have the rights to decide who we want to friend with melalui dasar law negara. And then we can sign any perjanjian or any kerjasama that benefit us. We can choose to join any organization, regional and international, so to improve our image, to prove that our country is as good as others. Okay. So you look at the checklist. So this is the 4 benefit once we get back our sovereignty. And it is important for us to preserve our sovereignty, because sovereignty is not for granted. It's not guaranteed. Today you have sovereignty, the next day you will lose it. So we must always protect our kestabilan politik. Make sure our country is not divided. Politically, not divided. Because once we are divided, United States will come in, help the weak to become the government, and then the weak will become the puppet. So must make sure kestabilan politik. Number 2 is kemakmuran economy. We must keep pushing, develop our economy. You look at how US control another country by restricting them from using USD. So you cut off their cash flow, you will destabilize their country. And then the leadership will lose sovereignty, will lose control. Okay, so that's kemakmuran economy. And then we must unite, and then people must love the country, willing to sacrifice for the country, and then we must strengthen our national defense. Okay, we must strengthen our national defense. So both you must say what the government can do and what the rakyat do. And then you must define what is patriotism. Patriotism is perasaan cinta negara. Rakyat sanggup korban demi kepentingan negara. The people choose to love the country more than themselves. Okay, so what the government can make sure our country is stable and prosper. So pentadbiran cekap, mengelak rasuah, make sure distribute money fairly to all races. Okay, you all don't believe in what US say, what everybody born equal. Who tell you one? Our parents is not the same. So basically the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. We are not born equal because we are born into different parents. So the government cannot just let the market decide. The government need to do the balancing. Need to do the balancing. Make sure the distribution of wealth is fair for everybody. And then make sure execute the law. Execute the law. Make sure those wrongdoer will be punished. Or else I tell you, everybody go do the wrong thing. Because do the wrong thing earn more money than do the right thing. Like my student from USA You actually 12. You actually 12. 10 years ago. So the graduated 10 years ago. He go do drugs. And then he tell me his boss one night earn 3 million. One night. One night sell drugs, earn 3 million. So I teach tuition for what? So government have to make sure that those wrongdoer, those people who do the wrong thing must be punished. Or else, then what for we all go the right path? So everybody do the cuckoo bird thing. That's when the economy will collapse. Yeah, Malaysia will become like Mexico like that. Colombia like that. Everybody do drugs. Then so must execute the law. But then it's not easy. Don't blame the government. It's not easy to deal with to fight the drugs. It's not easier because the drug lord, all they are freaking rich. They are freaking rich. Not easier. So rakyat, we must setia to the Raja dan negara. Then menyokong dasar kerajaan. Kerjasama semua kaum. Make sure that distribute wealth enjoyed by everybody and follow law. Follow law. Okay. Next is mengekalkan perpaduan kaum. So the government will come out dasar perpaduan kaum, memastikan keberkesanan, merangka program, memperuntukkan perbelanjaan. Then rakyat, we use BM, rukun negara, and then hormati agama dan budaya lain. Kita mesti ada semangat perkongsian, toleransi, saling menghormati. And then we join the program kemasyarakatan. So patriotism wise, the government will have every year celebrate Merdeka. Make the student in school have Merdeka song competition. Every year we have that. So you sing song, you love the country. And then mewajibkan sejarah. So that the future generation, they are sensitive towards the country's history. And then the government will come out campaign and film to stimulate the patriotism. And then the government will come out the recognition for any rakyat that willing sacrifice for the country. Yang berjasa. So for rakyat, we menghormati lambang like bendera, jalo, bendera, logo, the Jata Negara, and also lagu negaraku. Menyanjungi adat dan warisan. Meningkatkan image negara. Menghargai tokoh kemerdekaan. All this. So for pertahanan, government can do all this. Mengubah dasar dan undang keselamatan. Mengadakan perjanjian pertahanan dan latihan ketenteraan. Memodernkan aset ketenteraan. Dan memastikan pasukan keselamatan bersiap siaga. Always get ready. Because war can happen anytime. War can happen anytime. Okay. So this one is for the pertahanan. Okay. So we go back to the checklist. So chapter 1 settle. Chapter 1 settle. So I push up. Okay, for chapter 2, you need to explain what is perlembagaan. You need to explain what is perlembagaan. And then the latar belakang. How we make our perlembagaan. Partial based on Malay tradition law. And partial based on the British modern law. It's for the king and for the people. Our perlembagaan is not for the people only. We also got partial for the king. Called Undang Melayu. Undang Melayu and Undang English. So Senaga Undang bertulis sebelum British. The Hukum Kanun Melaka. Okay. Hukum Kanun Melaka, Undang Laut Melaka. All those. Undang Kedah, Pahang, Perak, dan Johor. Then Undang di Sabah Sarawak. Later we'll go through. Okay. And then peranan parliament got 3 functions. Membuat undang, meminda undang, and also meluluskan perbelanjaan. So you can see from here. So semangat patriotism is perasaan cinta negara, sanggup mempertahankan sejarah, bahasa, undang, warisan dan budaya negara. Dan melahirkan pemimpin dan rakyat taat setia loh. They're willing to sacrifice for the country. And then this one is talking about perlembagaan persekutuan. So perlembagaan means dokumen undang bertulis, 1 mark. Dokumen undang bertulis, 1 mark. Teras pemerintahan. Teras pemerintahan means our core value. Malaysia core value. Sebagai undang tertinggi. Sebagai undang tertinggi. So the latar belakang sebelum British is Raja, sistem Raja berdasarkan undang. Undang is the law that the king make. Whatever the king say, we just follow. So zaman British, Raja sebagai pemerintah daulat loh. Means British control the king control the Malay people. So the Malay people still follow whatever the king say. So the king still has sovereignty over adat and agama, over Malay Muslim. So Malay Muslim follow the king. Non-Malay, non-Muslim follow British. Okay, simple. So everybody can understand. Don't say that the king basically no more power. The king still got power, but power over Malay Muslim. So after Merdeka, perlembagaan ialah unsur penting negara. Important element. It is just an important element. What is more important than perlembagaan? The king. The king is more important than perlembagaan. Because Malaysia is a traditional country. I look at our Rukun Negara. You know Rukun Negara. First is Tuhan. Second is Raja. The third is perlembagaan. Fourth is undang. Fifth is sopan. Sopan dan susila. Okay, so the Rukun Negara show you our value. You learn about that in chapter 7. Rukun Negara in detail. Okay, so Malaysia punya perlembagaan based on undang Melayu dan undang English. Yang disesuaikan nilai tempatan. Okay, then here they are talking about undang negeri Melayu. The king will be the ruler. The rakyat have to be loyal. Then the king will decide the law. Undang ditentukan raja. Okay, so when you let the king make the law, you benefit only the king. Yeah, you benefit only the king. Like human make law. Human can eat chicken. Chicken cannot eat human. Chicken eat human, the chicken will die. But then we can eat chicken. Because we follow human law. Okay, undang ditentukan raja. Okay. So hukum kanun Melaka, undang lak Melaka mempengaruhi undang Melayu, Pahang, Perak, Johor, and Kedah. These three is their son. Pahang, Perak, and Johor is Melaka son. They are started by Melaka son, the Melaka prince. Then Kedah is Naungan Melaka. Kedah is Melaka pet state. He is Melaka pet state. That's why Kedah also follow Melaka law. And then this one is talking about undang dan adat law. Panduan Raja dalam proses pemerintahan. So I push up. So this one is called Charter of Justice. Undang English diperkenalkan di negeri-negeri Selat. So when you go back to this one, so they want to know the undang English. Undang English in detail. So undang English is called Charter of Justice. Okay, created in England. Only selected law are used in NNS. So NNS got 3 alphabet. got 3 alphabet, inside got 3 state. NNS, inside got 3 alphabet, inside got 3 state, Singapore, Penang, and Malacca. SPM, Singapore, Penang, and Malacca. SPM. So the Britain law is created by the people, for the people. So it is to protect the people from bully and injustice. So they actually, as you all know, they control Penang. 1786. 1786, they control British control Penang first. Only they control Singapore and Malacca. So 1786. So 1807, we get a first court, first civil court in Penang, where the people can actually prosecute any king or any elites or any rich people in the court if they bully us. Like recently in United States, there is a mummy. She got and sue Meta because her daughter used Instagram since 13 years old, and now she's 18, and she suffered a lot of psychology damage. Then sue the Meta and successfully get 420 million. Successfully get 420 million USD. Yeah. And then granted already. Granted. That's why Meta stock jatuh gao. So you can see court is a place for the common people like you and me can sue the elites. Yeah, so the first court available in Penang. Okay, I know you will say why the elites will come. Don't forget, British got strong military. You can choose not to come in. You don't come, then when the British military come, then you will not be in good shape. So basically, it's like to protect the people from bully and injustice. So we get one court in Penang. And then in 1824, 1824, British control Singapore and Malacca. That's why in 1826, they built two more mahkamah in Malacca and Singapore. So now we got 3 court. We got 3 court. Okay. So Singapore, Malacca, and Penang under Justice of Charter of Justice 2. And then later we have 1855. We shut down the Malacca court. So Singapore and Malacca will be one court. And then Penang will be separate one court. Because Malacca economy no good. The port shut down by the Dutch. Then become the tin mining center. Tin mine center. And then British shut down the tin mine center. So Malacca left nothing. So Malacca economy go down. That's why they shut down the court in Malacca. They shut down the court in Malacca. So they combine with Singapore. Because Malacca and Singapore nearer. Penang have their own court. So Sarawak and Sabah, they follow the common law to protect the common people. Common law protect the common people from the elites. So I push up. Okay, so this is the law that before British come, we follow this one. So we got Hukum Kandung Melaka, Undang Lak Melaka, and then you just write Undang Pahang, Perak, Johor, dan Kedah. Those law are, I can say, Pahang, Johor, and Perak is Malacca son. Kedah is the pet state. Seek the Malacca protection. And then Sarawak, their law is created by Majlis Negeri. kuasa pentadbiran kepada Majlis Tertinggi dan Council Negeri, Majlis Negeri. Then after that, we have governor assisted by 3 person. Total got 4 person. So the governor is below the boss got secretary, got accountant, setiausaha keuangan, also known as accountant, the financial controller. And then we got the peguam. Peguam means lawyer, legal advisor. So before government do anything, right? The legal advisor will advise. You better do according to what the lawyer advise, or else you'll get sued. People will sue you. And then Sabah, Majlis Undangan dan Majlis Kerja diwujudkan. Then Majlis Undangan give the power to governor to make law. Majlis Undangan give the power to governor to make law. And then this one is the sejarah. So Malaysia, what the parliament do? Parlimen membentuk undang, meminda perlembagaan, dan menegakkan kedaulatan. I must remember these 3, which is this one. The 3 function of parliament. Membentuk undang, meminda perlembagaan, dan menegakkan kedaulatan. So parliament first existed in Perak. Because the Sultan go and kill Birch. Why Perak? Is because Perak, Sultan Abdullah go and kill the resident, the British resident. So the Sultan dibuang negeri ke Seychelles Island, also known as Africa Island. So in Perak, there's no more king to make law. That's why they have to introduce Perak Legislative Council to replace the king in making law. So the Legislative Council is chaired by Raja Muda Yusof. Why? He's not a sultan, because sultan is in Africa. He's just crown prince. Where is sultan? Africa. Okay, so this Majlis Negeri Perak is to make law, membuat undang. So the chairman is useless one. The chairman not allowed to debate, not allowed to say anything, not allowed to vote on. So the chairman only give opening speech and also the ending speech. During the council meeting, the pengurusi have to shut up and cannot say a word and not allowed to get involved. Usually the meeting will held 2 weeks on. So the king will come the first day and the last day. They come only for less than an hour, give an opening speech and give an ending speech. That's it. Okay. So this is the Majlis Negeri Perak. And then Majlis Negeri Melayu lain. Memain peranan yang sama loh. So the other 8 Malay king also very sad lah. They didn't kill resident, but then they got replaced. Last time they can make law and British make law in the name of the king, but now they cannot make law. Now they got replaced by council. And then this one is talking about 1946, after World War II. So in NNS, we got Majlis Undangan Negeri. Majlis Undangan is from the name itself, you know, is a council to make law. So NNS, you can write that. NNS got 3 alphabet. Okay. Got 3 country. Inside is called SPM. Singapore, Penang, Malacca. They don't have king and they no king. That's why they get the correct name. Majlis Undangan Negeri. State Legislative Council. From the name itself, you know that it's making law. This council is to make law. But then for the Malay state, these 9 Malay state got 9 Malay king. That's why they take away the word perundangan. They take away the word perundangan. So NNMB got 4 Malay state. NNB got 4 alphabet. Inside got 4 Malay state. So the 4 Malay state is called PSPN9. PlayStation Portable Negeri Sembilan version. PlayStation Portable Negeri Sembilan version. Or you can change it to Papa Suka Negeri Sembilan. Papa Suka Negeri Sembilan. The PPS Negeri Sembilan. And 9. So the P is Perak, Pahang, Selangor, and Negeri Sembilan. So they are bersekutu. They are federated Malay state. That's why they have Federal Legislative Council. Majlis Perundangan Persekutuan. But then we purposely take away the perundangan word. Because it's Malaysia king's dream to take back law-making power. The king want to take back the law-making power. The king won. Okay? Because before British, it's the king make the law. It's not council make the law. It's the king make the law. But after British come, now the council make the law. So this is NMTB, got 5 alphabet. 5 alphabet, so got 5 state. So PKKT plus J. Penolong ketua-ketua tingkatan. Penolong ketua-ketua tingkatan, and he's a boy. Got J, Kuku Jiao. Got J. PKKT plus J. Police Kedah Kelantan Terengganu plus Johor. They are non-federated state. That's why they don't have Majlis Perundangan Persekutuan. They don't have Majlis Perundangan Persekutuan. Instead, they have this one called Majlis Negeri. Majlis Negeri. Okay, 1948, we got PTM 1948, and then clearly talk about the administration, the king's power, the law, and also the citizenship. And then 1957, Malaysia, Tanam Melayu is formed. So we follow the Western democracy system called Westminster. Westminster, Britain. So when the Suruhan Jarit, they make law for us, we got 5 terms. Read have to follow it, 5 terms. We want to have a strong federal government. Okay, we want our country to be more Asian than Western. More Asian. We want strong central government. Protect the king's position. Make sure Malay special rights. Not everybody equal. Malay special rights. And then please divide the parliament. We don't want the parliament to bully the king. We have to divide the parliament into 2 halls. One hall controlled by the rakyat, another hall controlled by the king. Okay. So kita ada Dewan Rakyat. Inside the anggota dipilih rakyat melalui pilihan raya. Dewan Negara dilantik agung. Dilantik agung. And then everybody have equal citizenship. That is the only 20% modern. Everybody, our IC is blue color. Our IC is blue color. That's the only modern thing in the 5 terms. Okay, so now you look at this one. Kita ada, which is the you go back checklist. So now you know the 1877 Majlis Negeri Perak. 1946 we got NNS, NNMB, NNMTB. So this one I write. 1948 we got the clearly talk about the Kuasa Raja. Then 1957 Then the lima thermal rujukan you must know. Then here they want you to know the ciri-ciri utama. So kita ada ciri traditional dan ciri modern. So kita ada the king, Islam, Melayu, and kedudukan orang Melayu. You add the word istimewa. Malay special rights. So bahasa Melayu is above other language. The king is above everyone. Islam is above other religion. And then Malay is above other race. So this is Qi traditional. Qi modern is everybody equal. This one is unequal. This is equal. So persekutuan 13 state 13 state equal. Kewarganegaraan equal blue color for all. Democracy berparlimen is everybody can go pilihan raya we can vote Demokrasi melalui perwakilan. So now we go in detail so they'll talk about the Qi traditional. You must say Sultan is the pemerintah berdaulat berkuasa penuh di negeri. Disesuaikan demokrasi berparlimen Agung is our supreme leader, have the power to forgive and delay any court sentence. He can forgive and he can delay. And then the Agung will choose the important position. Will choose the important position. So we must respect the king. And then the king will make sure justice and can give people title. Menggunakan anugerah bintang kehormat kepada individu terpilih. So for Islam, basically Raja tidak perlu nasihat British. Don't need the king's advice. Don't need the British advice. Related Malay Muslim, Arab Melayu dan Islam. So selepas merdeka, Islam under Raja Melayu. The 9 Malay state will follow the 9 Malay king. For those states that don't have king, negeri tidak beraja, their Islam follow Agung. Their Islam follow Agung. Then BM is our bahasa rasmi dan bahasa kebangsaan. And then kedudukan orang Melayu. Last time bawa Raja Melayu. Selepas merdeka is bawa Agung. Agung memelihara kedudukan istimewa Melayu. Ciri modern, kerajaan persekutuan. Kerajaan persekutuan berdasarkan perlembagaan persekutuan. Kerajaan persekutuan dan negeri diberi kuasa tertentu. Sabah Sarawak, they get some special power. Diberi beberapa autonomy. Autonomy means self-decision making power. Self-decision making power. Autonomy. Kewarganegaraan. So sebelum itu tidak mempunyai satu kewarganegaraan. So kita ada rakyat Raja dan rakyat British. Rakyat Raja is the 9 Malay state. Rakyat British is Penang and Melaka. So after merdeka, we get everybody the same. Kewarganegaraan sama. That is how you explain. Don't talk about the blue IC. So you can say before merdeka, we got 2 citizenship. After merdeka, we got 1. Unified under 1. And then demokrasi berparlimen. Pilihan rakyat umum, kebebasan rakyat memilih wakil. There's 2 type of election. Pilihan rakyat persekutuan dan negeri diadakan. Okay, then after that, this one is pindaan, the changes. Pindaan means changes. So 1963, we make changes so that Sabah, Sarawak, and Singapore can join us. So first we set up the court structure. Court structure. So we got Mahkamah Atasan di Tanah Melayu, Sabah, Sarawak, dan Singapore. Then we got Mahkamah Persekutuan to mendengarkan pertikaian persekutuan dengan negeri. So we mewujudkan Mahkamah Persekutuan. We create a new court system. And then we unify the Sabah Sarawak court. We unify them using the name Borneo. Because that time Sabah is very noisy. Sabah is very demanding. If you set up a court at Kota Kinabalu, wow, kukubet, man. I tell you, Malaysia will gonna sue until Tunku Abdraman will gonna sue until every night cannot sleep. So that's why we have to use the word Borneo, so to make Sabahan agree to put the Mahkamah Tinggi Borneo at Kuching. Okay, so there's a physical distance. Not everybody can sue government. Use the word Borneo. And then 1994, we changed the name. No more Borneo. Ketua Hakim Sarawak dan Sabah. We cancel the word Borneo. We changed that to Ketua Hakim Sabah dan Sarawak. No more Borneo. So I push up. So if you ask me why, because we already achieved and we already destroyed the Sabahan political barrier by a plane crasher in 1976, where Donald Stephen, the whole team died. Politics memang is like that one. Okay, don't ask me why the aeroplane explode. You know, I know. Okay, so the plane is this one. Wait, I show you. This one. Okay, no, this one. That one MH370 is Razak punya son. Razak punya son. This one is the Razak punya Najib punya daddy. Okay, so you can go find out more about this. Sekaligus we destroy the political barrier. All this audit, all the Sabahan AJK all die. Why we kill them? Very simple. Because they keep on oppose anything that, we try to unify, they try to oppose. And somehow the aeroplane explode. Don't ask me how, why. I don't know. Okay. Accident. Accident. So that happened 1976. 1980s got Project IC. We distribute IC. Mahathir distribute IC in Sabah for all the illegal immigrants. And then Kukubert behind. So 1994 already, right? No need to takut already. That's why we just change the name. We scared later Sabah Sarawak break away from Tanah Melayu. So we divide them. We change. Ketua Hakim Sarawak dan Sabah. Okay. And then for those states that don't have king, we create yang di Pertuan Negeri. We create yang di Pertuan Negeri. But then the yang di Pertuan Negeri have no power and have to follow whatever the state government say. Have to follow whatever the state government say. And then Pindaan 1965 is we kick out Singapore. We kick out Singapore. Anything related to Singapore, cancel. I know you find it quite curious because you learned about kicking out Singapore in chapter 6. But then now they tell you about kick Singapore. So a lot of students don't understand why Malaysia decided to kick Singapore out. Why Tanah Melayu kick Singapore out? It's because Tanah Melayu achieved Merdeka 1957. Before 1957, Tanah Melayu, anything also have to refer to Singapore. Because Singapore is the capital city of this region. The whole region is controlled by Singapore. Even University Malaya is located at Singapore. So before 1957, before we Merdeka, anything also need to refer to Singapore. Okay? At 1957, we Merdeka. We no longer need to follow Singapore instruction. Instead, we follow KL. And then 1963, we form Malaysia. It's Tunku Abdurrahman formed Malaysia. So we are expecting Singapore to listen to us. Hey, come on. You try to see things from Singapore perspective. Singapore look at us like orang asli like that, like mongit like that. So you want Singapore to listen to us? Of course they don't want lah. So we want them to listen to us, they don't want. They want us to listen to Singapore, then we merdeka for what? You know Malaysia, merdeka spirit is very strong one. So we listen to Singapore, cannot. So we listen to Singapore, cannot. Singapore listen to us, cannot. So Sabah Sarawak, Tanah Melayu voted, kick Singapore out. So anything related to Singapore, kasih cancel. So that is the story about kicking Singapore out lah. Okay, you learn about that in chapter 6 in detail. Okay. So this is my number. You can take down, and then I will share with you how you do your this one. Okay, so you flip to behind first. The latihan. You go for this page called page 20. Like page 20. So we can do practice on the ciri-ciri. So when exam asks you ciri-ciri utama, perlembagaan persekutuan, you must mention about ciri traditional and ciri modern. Like that, you get 2 marks already. But then don't stop. Remember shotgun, you go in, you kasih tulis saja. Since you already memorized, then you can say traditional terdiri pada kedudukan raja, Islam, bahasa Melayu, dan kedudukan istimewa Melayu. Modern terdiri daripada kerajaan persekutuan, kewarganegaraan, dan demokrasi berparlimen. So you overkill the question. Okay, then this one is talking about perlembagaan negara kita mempunyai keunikan, elemen tradisional dan modern, huraikan. So you can say ciri tradisional perlembagaan ialah pemerintahan, raja, kedudukan Islam, kedudukan bahasa Melayu, dan kedudukan istimewa Melayu. This is fall above all. Okay, not everybody born equal. Not everybody born equal. This is the inequality. So the king, Sultan sebagai pemerintah berdaulat berkuasa penuh di negeri. Okay, the king can make his own decision. Malaysia king, they are not puppet. They are sovereign king. With absolute power in their state. So setelah merdeka disesuaikan konsep demokrasi berparlimen. This one basically scared later you migrate. So they put back. Setelah merdeka disesuaikan konsep demokrasi berparlimen. By Malaysia, you know everybody have to respect the king. So Agong sebagai pemerintah tertinggi persekutuan berkuasa ampun dan tangguh hukuman mahkamah serta pelantikan jawatan utama negara. And then finally you say raja sebagai tonggak kehormatan dan keadilan. Then you talk about the Islam. Islam bawa raja tidak perlu nasihat. British semasa zaman British. Setelah merdeka, Islam negeri Melayu bawa raja negerinya. Dan negeri tidak beraja, Islam bawa agung. Then after that, bahasa Melayu sebagai bahasa kebangsaan dan rasmi setelah merdeka. Zaman Melaka, bahasa Melayu sebagai lingua franca dan bahasa ilmu. Dan kedudukan istimewa sebelum merdeka, bawa kuasa Raja Melayu. Setelah merdeka, agung memelihara kedudukan istimewa Melayu dan kepentingan sah kaum lain. Okay, so this is only half. So you need to put in the other 3. The other 3 ciri modern.
Wow, what a class.
Hi.
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm not yet finished teaching.
Sir, you are fine?
Coming in.
Ni hao, sir.
你好，你好。
Sir, I will not lie. I am from outside and I am from Pakistan.
Oh, you're from Pakistan, ah?
Yes, sir. Now I'm going. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye. What a joke. Okay, so you look at this one, the last one, page 5, page 5. So page 5, this one is petikan. So I show you how to do petikan. So this one is the rumusan. Okay, the rumusan from the petikan, minimum will have 4 points, but usually in the petikan I have 6 to 8 points. I see before 10 points, in the petikan itself got 10 points. So inside got how many points you all put in, all you write in. Okay, because the points in the petikan surely will appear at the marking scheme. Like you look at this question, so from the maklumat itself got 6. So you just do the rumusan. Just do the rumusan. Rumusan under one paragraph. Rumusan under one paragraph. And then only you give 4 suggestions. Empat cara. 6 plus 4. So if any of your cara that you suggest are wrong, you still can get full marks. You see, so this is the marking scheme. So jawapan hendaklah lengkap 4 maklumat dan 4 kesan. 4 from the petikan, 4 your own. So if you give jawapan 6 maklumat dan 2 kesan, juga mendapat markah penuh. Dan sebaliknya. Okay, or you can do 2 maklumat and 6 kesan, also can get full marks. So it's basically they want you to write both sides only, both from the petikan and from your own. So my suggestion to you is 6 plus 4. No, not 6 plus 4. Whatever atas ada, just write in plus 4. Your own plus 4. Because the one that you write on your own, tak semestinya kena. So if got anything missed out, you can still get full marks. If you write one-sided only, you get 4 marks. You write only one-sided, 4 marks. But you copy fully without penanda wacana, you've copied fully, no marks. But it's impossible for you to copy fully. I can say. Even I ask student to copy fully also is not fully. But it's okay. You just do rumusan, 1 paragraph, and then the second paragraph you put in your cara. And then you can submit. Cool? So this is my number. Anything you can WhatsApp if you need help. Then behind the practice you all can do. And then objective answers all provided online. You can get it online. Okay? You can scan this and then you can get the question and answer. Cool? At the last page. So good luck in the exam. And hope you enjoy the class and learn something. Okay? Bye-bye. JY. Oh, no. uh, uh, just come back from holiday, so take some time. A lot of question. Sorry. Okay. So I will see you next week. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.